Hi guys, this is Lada from astrolada.com. A quick live update from me because maybe some of you don't have YouTube, you can't catch me there, so hopefully you can get to see me now here on Facebook from time to time. And I really wanted to speak about what is currently happening astrologically because it is a very important time and it's a very rare opportunity once in, I don't know, 12 years or something, when the South Node and Pluto align together, and it's happening this week, next week, basically the whole of April. And it's going to be a very profound time because if you all know, astrology tells us that the South Node and that Pluto are planets of releasing. Pluto is total release, letting go of something, destroying and rebuilding again, while the South Node of the moon, also known as Ketu, is about releasing all karmic pattern and security pattern that we've had in our lives for many lifetimes actually. And when these two planets meet together in the sign of Capricorn, and everyone has Capricorn somewhere in their horoscope, for every person, depending on what their horoscope is like, what sun sign or ascendant sign it is, they have. Capricorn will fall somewhere. For some, it might be money, material possessions. For example, for Sagittarius, for others, might be career or relationships. So I might mention each sign, but this super rare alignment when the South Node and Pluto meet together, it's like a cosmic opening when we can purge. We can purge long instilled in us patterns and structures that have been holding us back for many years, that have made us feel as if we're stuck for a long time. That it's almost like, if there is somewhere an area in your life where you constantly do the same mistakes over and over, or where you just can't break through. Now, currently, this alignment is allowing you to release those stagnant patterns that are due to family indoctrination, that are due to wrong thinking and belief systems. So to old traumas, because Pluto rules old traumas that we can release now. And once the pain and the trauma, and Pluto also rules resentment, that we hold inside of us is released through the conjunction of the South Node, which is released, the tail of the dragon. We can move on and new opportunities can open for us. And you can check out my videos on YouTube for April for each of the signs to see how each of you will be affected. But currently, exactly those few days, this is most powerful time for releasing. Why is that? Because the moon is just becoming invisible. The moon is decreasing moon, and in astrology, just like gardeners, they also know when the moon is becoming smaller, everything is becoming smaller as well. Even our hair grows slower, our nails grow slower when the moon is becoming smaller and invisible. And actually from tomorrow, or the 5th and 6th and 4th, 5th, and 6th of April, the moon will be totally invisible. We call that new moon, but currently on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th of April, it's still decreasing. And when the moon decreases, we can release toxins from our body much easier. In the same way, also, we can release, because of this conjunction of Pluto and the South Node, we can release a lot more of those negative feelings that we have accumulated over many lifetimes, or this lifetime if you don't believe in past lifetimes, of trauma, of painful experiences, of patterns that are keeping us stuck. So this is such a powerful and rare time for release, guys. If you can make some ritual, some ceremony in these 2-3 days, just some visualization where you're releasing. And also another thing is helping us astrologically. Not only are we purging pain from our body, purging pain that is connected to emotional hurt that we've experienced in past lifetimes, and that also has seeped down to the physical. So maybe some health issues that you're having, that you've been having for a long time, can also be released currently with a simple meditation, simple prayer, with a little fast. It's very good day, those few days when the moon is decreasing and invisible, to do a few like a little fast. Maybe just drink more liquids, because liquids flush out toxins and it's the best time ever to flush out toxins now. When the moon is decreasing, and with so many planets in Pisces. Pisces, currently we have Venus, the moon, Mercury, and Neptune in Pisces, which is the last sign of the zodiac. With so many planets there in the last sign of the zodiac, it's again about completion, ending something, completing, letting go of something. Pisces is another sign that indicates letting go. So many of the same themes of releasing, of letting go that are happening currently, guys. And we're releasing on the physical level. That's why I said some purges. Hey Daisy, some purges, some releasing, some cleansing of the body that can happen. So that's why, as I said, just drink a bit more water, have some smoothies that are, for example, that are purifying smoothies. What are they called? Cleansing smoothies, you know. And fruits and vegetables that flush the system. Eat a bit less if possible. I think you're going to lose not only more weight, but with that you can lose by giving rest to your body, because the whole cosmos is working now to help us collectively to release painful feelings, toxic materials from the body, toxic feelings, toxic memories, toxic and no longer necessary structures of our life. So you can help it by eating as little as possible, putting as little as possible toxic things and products in your body. And I believe me, through losing weight, you might lose even some cells that are full of pain in your body. Because, you know, actually cells carry memory. They're made out of 90% water. And water, as you know, carries memory. And that's why our physical body and our actual cells, they carry pain within them. And it's locked in. And sometimes it's the reason of a lot of illnesses and disharmonious conditions in us. And currently, because on a very profound level, psychological, emotional complexes are being released collectively for everyone. That's why I give it a little bit of a help and a push and help this process a little bit as well. And with the Pisces energy, Pisces rules the lymph system in the body, and the lymph is liquids in the body. It's the sweat glands, is the liquids. And actually, liquids, the lymphs, if you don't move, they become stagnant in the body. And currently, because there's all this flushing energy that's happening collectively on the cosmos, you can flush those lymph, maybe help it a little bit with a few jumps up and down. If you have a trampoline, jump a little bit at home. You know, it's going to really help that lymph system move. But on another level, there are also no planets for the next 2-3 days in fixed signs till the 7th of April. So starting from today till the 7th, all planets in the sky are situated in mutable or cardinal signs, which both are signs of mutables are about releasing and letting go. Cardinal are about changes. So it's much easier to release and let go of things. If you want to stop a bad habit like smoking or drinking, if you want to eliminate a certain food from your, like stop eating eggs or stop eating meat or whatever it is, or eliminate a certain bad habit of, whatever it is, of whatever nature, now is ideal time. There's never been a better time. Around eclipses also is fantastic time, like full moon eclipses. But currently it's just, and also the new moon, when the moon is decreasing after that, and it's all aligning currently. And so, because there are no fixed planets, fixity is something that it's, when we have planets in fixed signs, we can't change things easily. But when there's no planets in fixed signs and the moon is decreasing and everything is about releasing, we can just let go of things we no longer need so much easier. It's just gonna, if someone asks you, okay, how did you eliminate sugar? Was it hard? And if you did it now in the spirit, you'll be like, that was the easiest thing ever. It was so easy to let go of it. It was so easy to shift my perspective, because all planets are in signs that are about, shifting, changes. Mutable signs is about mutability, adaptability, seeing from a different perspective, adapting. Cardinal signs are the total change. So it's so easy to do this now. What is not good though for currently astrologically? I'll talk about Jamie, I'll talk about boyfriends. But what is not good astrologically currently is to start new things till the 7th of April don't, because the moon is decreasing. You don't want to start something when the moon is, you know, even the hair, as I said, grows less, and the nails grow slower when the moon is decreasing. If you want to start a business venture, a new idea, you don't want it to be decreasing, you want it to be growing. So wait till the moon becomes visible on the 7th of April if you want to start something, and then the moon will be in a fixed sign, the 7th and the 8th of April. Fantastic times. You can watch Ksenia's videos on YouTube. She speaks about rare opportunities to start something new. It's about when the sun and the moon are in exalted signs, which will be on the 7th and 8th. It's fantastic video. By the way, Ksenia is doing 40% off, 40% off on some of her personal readings. She's an exceptional astrologer that has had the same teachers like me, so she does readings on way more acceptable or easier price, easier on the wallet prices than me, but gives the same quality. So check out her readings. But going back to after the 7th, start new things. Oh, amazing! The sun and the moon in exalted. Actually, the avatar of ancient scriptures was born when the sun and the moon were exalted. They say that exalted beings and avatars are being born during such time, which means that as also, if you start something new during such time, some new venture, even a new relationship after the 7th of April, especially the 7th and 8th is really great because we have a moon in a fixed sign. So it means it gives longevity, fixity. It's here to stay. You start it, it will grow because the moon is growing. It will give material results because the moon is in Taurus on the 7th and the 8th. And it will be fixed and long lasting. When it comes to relationships, till the 7th again, starting totally new relationships or business partnership is not the ideal time because, again, we don't have any planets in fixed signs. So you want it to be a lasting relationship, you know. Well, but when it comes to relationships that are already existing, this can be a time to release certain things. This can be a time where you can change something in the relationship, where you can shift the direction of the relationship. And where it's much easier that both sides will be more adaptable. We have so many planets in Pisces. Pisces is an adaptable sign. Venus is there, the moon is there till the 7th of April. So make changes and improvements to the relationship. You know, shift something, but don't start totally new beginnings. So, you know, or you can actually release a relationship if it's no longer valid, or business partnership of some sort during this till around, you know, the 5th, 6th of April. Sorry, I get distracted. I'll get back to you. And I think I went live on my personal Facebook. Oh no, that was meant to be for my business page. I was wondering, we usually get like 500 people watching, and I'm like, what is happening here? I think that's not on Astrology, is it? I think that's on my personal one. And probably most of the people that are my friends are wondering what am I on about, because they don't know it or even do astrology. Anyway, but going back to what's currently happening is that when it comes to relationship, Venus is currently in Pisces, and it's going to be in Pisces till the 20th. And till the 20th of April, which means it's fantastic time for relationship, especially after the 6th, 7th, of starting your relationship, business or personal, especially when the moon starts growing. So from the 6th, 7th of April till the 20th of April. Why is that? Venus is the planet of love. Pisces is the sign it's exalted in. When two people meet when Venus is exalted, it's usually a feeling of meant to be, a feeling of soulmate relationship, a feeling of I see into your soul, I recognize your soul, I recognize your heart. You know, I've been with you before, because Pisces is the most spiritual sign. It's the meeting of souls, not only the meeting of bodies. When Venus is in Pisces and two people meet, actually, 3 years ago I met my husband when Venus was exalted. And when the moon was in Pisces and Mercury was in Pisces, just like currently it is, but the sun, Venus, and Mercury and Neptune were in Pisces. So very romantic time. Usually, sometimes even such relationships feel too good to be true. And actually when it happened, I was like, oh no, I mean, that's so much Pisces energy when we met. It's probably not going, it's like a fairy tale, but it's probably not gonna last. So it's illusionary, because Pisces has that influence of illusion, of a glamorization that cannot stay for long. But then my teacher looked at the chart, the first meeting, and she said, don't forget that the moon is in a fixed sign. And the moon was in Taurus then. And don't forget that Venus is exalted, gives the best type of relationship. Yes. So fantastic time, especially when the moon starts growing in the next, after 3-4 days, if you meet someone, if you fall in love with someone, or to heal a relationship. Because people, when Venus is our hearts and how we approach relationships. So when Venus is in Pisces, it's much easier for us to be forgiving. It's much easier for us to sacrifice for another and to be flexible and to put ourselves into the shoes of another. Pisces is a sign that is known to be a chameleon, to feel the feelings of others, to put themselves in the emotional state of others at the current moment. So when Venus is in Pisces, we're much more romantic, gentle, willing to do that. Actually, every positions that I'm talking about, I speak about them in my in the April and in the May written horoscopes that we have for $7.99. It's about 300 pages of day by day, and you can keep it like a book after that, like it's like a basically like a textbook that you can use after that with your to learn astrology, to understand others. Okay, so what else is happening? Sorry, my phone is going crazy now. People are writing and I'm getting distracted. So this is how things are in those few days. Great time for releasing, letting go, completing things, not yet starting, after the 7th starting, because we have more fixed energy, growing moon. Very romantic times for many of you. Hopefully you can heal some relationship, you can forgive each other. Very beautiful time now as well for creative work, for spiritual work, for imaginative work, doing something behind the scenes. Go for those things. Fantastic time. Go for releasing. And then after the 7th, start new things. They will be exceptional. We have 4 planets in their own signs or exalted, and on the 7th and the 8th there will be 5. And the ancient text said that when something is started during such period, it equals the actions of the gods. I mean, there will be so much. Exalted planet is so well dignified, or planet in its own sign, that the results it gives is to the best of its ability always, and to the highest level. So anything we start to touch might turn to have a bit of the Midas touch after that. Anyway, thank you so much. I'll have to do this on my business one as well. But yeah, let's hope I can do those a bit more often, because it's fun. How do I see what was going on October 9, 2015? You need to check, Caitlin, your transits. There is ephemerides on astro.com. If you know how to read them, you can check those. But anyone who wants to know their own personal transits, they can check on my transit calculator. I've created one for you for free, and I think now 30,000 people are using it, and daily. So it's quite successful in a month and a half that we've had it, or 2 months, that it's such a useful tool. I've wrote it over 4 years. So it's like me reading your personal transits on a daily basis. So check it out. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. And I will see you again on my business page. Sorry, that's my mistake. And check out the discounts from Ksenia if you haven't, for personal reading. Terry is also making readings, so with discounts 40%. You can find all those. I'll put links for them on the website. And yeah, looking forward to connect with you on Facebook again soon.